Bizzarp.
Hey! Welcome
Yep.
to the Bizzarp Podcast, your source for all things geek. We're your hosts. I'm Davey.
I'm Mark.
I'm Amanda.
Recently, Nintendo released a bunch of news in their Nintendo Direct, so we're going to talk about a few things that excite us and what we lovingly call the Nintendo Shitstorm Part 2. Later, we lay you down by the Hearthstone once again, followed by the Geek News. The Bizzarp Podcast is part of the Bizzarp Network. You can find this podcast and other goodies at bizzarp.com. You can also email us at feedback@bizzarp.com. Alright, so, Nintendo.
Hello.
Yay!
Said they're,
Nintendo.
big Nintendo Direct for November. Lots of news.
Ah,
Lots of good stuff in there.
yeah. And,
So, do we want to touch on Cloud first?
sure.
Yeah, let's do Cloud first.
Alright.
So
Yeah, Cloud from Final Fantasy VII is going to be in Smash Brothers. He's the latest in... Yeah.
I'm gonna Omni-slash everyone to death all over the place.
He's the first Final Fantasy character, right? There's never been anybody else.
Yes, that's true. Yes. I was trying to think.
I mean-
I was thinking of trying to think of trophies, but I don't think there's even been Final Fantasy trophies.
No.
Nope. I mean, there have been, there are other characters from, RPGs and JRPGs especially, like Xenoblade and stuff like that. But, this is the first Final Fantasy character. I guess they can, kind of justify it because Final Fantasy did start on Nintendo, and there have been Final Fantasy games on Nintendo. It's kind of like Snake in Brawl. Not really a Nintendo character, but Metal Gear Solid did start on Nintendo, so...
Yeah,
Pull it off.
yeah, that's a perfectly reasonable explanation. I'm down for it either way. I don't really care.
I'm
Give me
stoked.
Cloud. Just give me Cloud.
Yeah. My vote for next character on Smash Brothers is going to be Sora, since we're going to go this direction anyways. I want to just beat people with the Keyblade. That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool. I don't know if that would... I don't know if that would happen, though.
Nah.
There's several Nintendo. There's like the Nintendo handheld games that for Kingdom Hearts. So it's if they're going to use that loophole to pull Cloud, they could realistically pull Sora. And being that there is another Kingdom Hearts game coming out eventually, the last one, they could do what they're doing pretty much for the new Final Fantasy game. This is a brilliant form of marketing.
Yeah.
Okay. So, along with this, with Cloud, he's going to be DLC, obviously. There's also going to be Chocobo costumes for Mii fighters, which is fucking cool.
That's awesome.
That's adorable.
And I hope that there'll be different colored ones and they'll do different things.
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. So, let's move on to the next thing, because there's a lot of stuff to talk about this.
Meh. I'm not happy about this next one.
Really?
Okay, so the next one, guys, is there's a new Link, a female Link for Hyrule Warriors Legends 3DS. And that's awesome. I would love a storyline where it's a female Link and a male Zelda. That'd be great. The only thing I fucking hate about this is Link is not a gender-specific name. It's a gender-neutral name, in my opinion. There's no reason that this fucking character has to be named Linkle.
I thought about that. It differentiates between her and Link, because I'm sure they're both going to be playable characters.
Yes, they will. That makes sense. I've thought about that too. But fuck that.
Just Linkle. Just why Linkle? Every time I hear it, I can't help but think of Tinkle. It's just...
Right?
It is kind of a weird name, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
They
think it's cool.
could have done better, I think.
Weirdly enough, this has actually sparked a bit of controversy with the fans. People are mad that they're messing with their beloved Link.
Yeah, ooh. Oh no, the fucking neckbeards are mad again.
Yeah, and this, it's not even a core game, you know what I mean? It's Hyrule Warriors.
Yeah,
Legends.
it's like Four Swords. It's. I'm pretty sure you can't really play in advance without friends.
Yeah.
So, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Now, if they want to make an actual game with a female Link, fuck yes, do it. Fuck the neckbeards.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I would be super interested in that. Maybe they're kind of testing the water, seeing how Link Bowl goes over.
Yeah, I mean, it would make sense for the storyline of Legend of Zelda, the whole reincarnation thing. Why can't they be reincarnated into a different sex? Like, why not? You know,
there's no reason. Fucking, but I mean, she dual wields crossbows. That's pimp as fuck.
It is though.
Yeah, it's very it's like the Demon Hunter from Diablo 3.
Yeah.
But all elfy. Okay, so let's move right along here.
My turn.
Okay, fine. Fuck. Go.
I'm excited about this one. So, Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow, the original games, not like updated, is going to be coming to the Nintendo eShop in February, and you're going to be able to trade wirelessly. And I'm super stoked.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah. It's like, Pokemon is trying to make a huge comeback. They really are.
I knew that it was coming to the eShop, but I didn't know they'd allow figure out a way for trading. That's fucking badass.
Isn't it though? I'm excited for the things that Pokemon is doing. I feel like they're kind of going weird new directions, like with the Pokemon Go, and then you've this kind of classic with a fun twist on it where you don't have to have some horrible cable to trade.
Right.
Well, I mean, with a series as old as this is, they have to kind of innovate to keep it relevant, and so that's why we have things like Pokemon Go.
That's brilliant, though.
Then
it gives them more time to make 150 more shitty Pokemon for the next new game, so everybody wins.
Back in my day, we had 151 Pokemon.
Watch yourself. Last generation was amazing.
It really was, though, but the one before that, it was a fucking mess.
I liked half of them. That's good enough.
Yeah, you always have good new Pokemon. You're like, well, that's cool, and then you get stuff like Trubbish, and it's just like, what is this?
Nah, Trubbish.
I like Trubbish.
I don't.
It's a garbage bag.
Yeah.
You fucking kidding me?
Yeah, no.
I don't like Trubbish. I don't like the vanilla cones. Ugh. Oh, right. I can smell a fight. Well, let's move on before we get into screamy matches about Pokemon.
It's not screaming, I just don't want to get into the lore.
Okay, fair enough. We'll save it for another time.
Okay.
We'll put it posted on it. And the last little bit we have coming out of the Part 2 Nintendo Shitstorm is that the Twilight Princess HD is going to be coming to Wii U in 2016. So keep an eye out for that.
And I am so stoked. I loved Twilight Princess.
That's the one I didn't play. The one
man.
I haven't played.
I think you would have liked it. I think
I would have liked it too, but Ben ruined it for me.
Oh.
As Ben does ruin things for me.
What a dick.
It was interesting because it had sort of a grittier, I should say, vibe. More of a bit of a darker tone than normally. So. A lot of it can be a bit slow, but it has a lot of really good parts to it as well. And it was a lot of fun on the... it was on GameCube, originally. And I'm really
Twilight Princess?
It's really good, too.
Yeah.
Twilight Princess came out originally for the Wii.
Oh, it did?
Yep. It was one of the first releases for the Wii, I think.
Well, I am wrong from time to time.
It happens. It was I think it was one of the first big releases for the Wii. And I mean, before the Wii, it was the GameCube, so it's not like you were very far off.
Yeah, it's not like you were like, it was Nintendo 64 and it's Wii, you know?
Right. Okay. Well, we're gonna post all these links to all these stories, and I'll go ahead and also include the video for the Nintendo Direct, so you can watch all the goodies there.
Yeah.
A lot of really interesting stuff for Nintendo, but we need to move along here to our next segment, which we are bringing back. Mark, you want to take it away?
I'm tired.
Fine.
I'm not in the mood.
But what if I lay you down by the hearthstone? Would you be in the mood then?
I can't get forward with this. David, I'm a married man. Okay?
So am I.
That doesn't make it okay. Anyways.
So, Blizzard, they just released a new solo adventure for Hearthstone called the League of Explorers. Along the same lines as Naxxramas and Blackwing Lair, you fight boss battles and then win cards, and then it'll have different levels of difficulty, where you can win legendaries and epics and things like that. And with it, surprisingly, they actually made a couple new mechanics specifically for the League of Explorers. Don't know if they'll transition into the main game or not.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, one of which is Discover, which if a card has Discover, it'll be either Battle Cry or Death Rattle, or something might trigger it. But it presents players with 3 cards to choose from that are generated, and they're not actually in the deck. And there's certain set cards that... Oh no, it's not certain set cards, it's just any cards, apparently. And certain cards will let you discover a spell, or discover a minion, or it might even discover a minion with taunt, things like that. So it's kind of interesting. Adds another layer of RNG, which could be good or bad, depending on how butt-fucked you get by the RNG gods.
I'm amazed. I can't wait for the Trollden video to come up with this, when someone goes, gets a discover, burgle, discover, burgle, discover, burgle.
Now that would just be silly. But one interesting encounter, or one interesting thing about this is they're including escape encounters, which aren't actually boss fights. The way it works is, for example, in the first wing of the League of Explorers, one of the bosses is called Temple Escape. And with this, the hero is actually immune and doesn't actually have a health count. So the goal is, instead of defeating your opponent, you have to survive until the turns to escape count reaches 0. And the boss, quote-unquote boss, doesn't actually play cards or draw at the start of the turn. It just uses its hero power at the start of every turn to summon a minion or cause an effect. Now, I haven't actually played this yet, but it sounds very interesting. And if they just play a random minion or cause an effect every turn, it could be pretty difficult, especially on the higher difficulty levels.
But why? Why would it be difficult?
Well, I'm just saying, like, what if it uses its hero power and summons, I don't know, Deathwing or something insane?
Uh-huh. But you're immune.
No. You're not immune. Your opponent is immune.
Oh, you made it sound like you were immune. I was like, oh shit. Well, then why do I give a fuck?
Well, no. I mean, that would be silly, Mark. Come on. What was wrong with you?
I don't play Hearthstone anymore.
What?
I haven't played it since the last time we were like, Hearthstone! Yay! Grand Tournament!
Oh. I've been playing here and there. I don't know. Our friends kind of moved on to other things, and now it's like, eh.
Yeah,
but
it's just...
With this, I mean, this is pretty exciting, and I do want to try at least the first wing.
Yeah.
But the first wing isn't free, as they've done in the past. You
like
have to
700?
pay. Yeah, it's 700 gold or like $6 or $7 if you want to actually pay for it.
Yeah, I don't know. I just kind of gotten tired of it's become like, hey, do you want to gain a rank higher than 20? Better start buying with your real money to get those necessary cards.
I don't think it's gone. I don't think it's pay to play quite yet. I don't think it's gotten that far. I mean, you definitely have a bit of an advantage if you pay, but I mean, people who like really like put money into this, they're at the higher levels of the ranking ladder anyway. You know, and I mean, and you can get there. Just it takes more work if you don't want to pay money. But anyway, one of the really interesting cards that's coming out with League of Explorers, and this is actually, it's not a card that you can get and put in a deck, but it's one of the ones that you can discover. It's called Golden Monkey, and it's a 4/4 creature, minion. God damn it! It has taunt, and it replaces your hand and your deck with legendary minions. And this is the first minion we've seen with the replace mechanic, where it doesn't destroy anything, it just swaps it out for something else.
Rude.
It's epic. But the only way you can get it is if you discover it, or if you get the card mapped to the Golden Monkey, which then shuffles the Golden Monkey into your deck.
Rude!
Well, I mean, would it be better if you could get it some other way? I mean,
no, that's just a rude card in general.
Oh. Yeah.
Rude. Not okay.
Another card of note is a Paladin card. It's a 10-cost spell called Any Fin Can Happen.
Get it.
Yeah. It summons 7 Murlocs that died this game.
I made insane. A Pally deck with the last set's Pally Murlocs. And it was epic. And then I stopped playing. But now I might actually have to get on again just to get this card to make that deck even more well-rounded.
Yeah.
You hurt me.
That's what I do. All right, so like I said, the each wing is going to be 700 gold or $6 or $7. You can buy the entire adventure for $20 if you want to. It's just like the other adventures. Didn't really see a lot of cards that are really essential. With Noxramas and Blackwing Lair, there were a lot of cards that are essential or even game changing, like Grim Patron, which I don't know if you heard about this, Mark, but they actually nerfed the War Song Commander.
Yeah.
Which really pisses me off, because that really gimps a lot of warrior decks. So instead of doing something about Grim Patron, which is where the problem lies, they really nerfed one of the staple warrior cards.
Yeah.
Who cares about giving your minions with charge +1 attack? Whoop-de-fucking-do. Like, that's what Blizzard does, though, is they see a problem and they overcorrect it like crazy. Anyway, I digress. Let's move off of this. Let's get to the geek news.
All right.
Yay!
Back into it.
Yeah. Hi, Amanda.
Hi.
Welcome back to stuff you actually care about.
Yay!
All right.
Now we get to talk about Pornhub. I do definitely know stuff about this.
Yes. So apparently the Fallout 4 release kind of made the Pornhub's traffic drop significantly.
It's like
right at 4 a.m. when the game would have finished installing for most people, it just went blam.
Yeah. People stopped, playing with their
junk.
Stopped playing with their junk, started playing with their Pit Boys.
Sports games fans also dropped, but this is considerably more. And this is found with Google Analytics, so that's a fun fact.
That's funny. That just reminds me, at least it didn't break the internet. Fallout 4. Like when Peter Parker came out of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That broke the internet?
Yeah, when he came out during Civil War, everyone was watching, and everyone Googled his name simultaneously, and then fucking the internet crashed, even the porn sites.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. Wait, are you talking about like actual internet, or are you talking about in the comics?
In the comics.
Okay.
Yes,
that makes
in
sense.
the actual Civil War that happened 3 years ago.
Oh, shut up.
Just got told.
God damn it. It's fucking... So, the next thing here, DC apparently is going to be casting Mera in Justice League Part 1. For those of you who don't know, Mera is Aquaman's wife and Queen of the Sea.
Mother of his child, yada yada yada.
She is badass.
She is
badass mofo.
Yeah. No word yet on who might play her.
It's good to see more female representation in the superhero.
God, yes.
Absolutely, yeah.
And especially a very strong, powerful character like Mera. She's, not just cannon fodder. She's been raised as a warrior, and she's brilliant.
Yeah, she'll fuck you up.
Mm-hmm.
Say that. She'll fuck you up. She ain't afraid.
If anybody remembers, like, that Darkest Night, when Mera got the red ring, and it just... Oh, God. It was beautiful.
Red rings are amazing.
They are.
Blood construct. So metal. Anyways...
Real
quick though, who do you guys think would be a good suit for Mera?
It's hard to say. You have to have somebody who can be as intimidating as Mera manages to be, while still being very beautiful. It's a hard bill to fill.
Yeah, Lucy Lawless.
Too old, unfortunately, but she could do an amazing Mera, but much too old. Unfortunately.
I don't know. I think she could pull it off.
Actually, I could see her pulling that off.
Just DC will never go for that. She's too old by DC standards. I think she could pull it off and make it look
that's
wonderful.
Another thing. That is good. That's a good point you brought up, because it's like they still want that sex appeal look, no matter what. That's just how they've been, like, DC, Marvel. That's what they're looking for.
Especially with female characters, your acting ability and your, like, how well you can portray the character seems to come second to how well do you feel the suit.
Yeah.
And that's unfortunate. And I hope they find somebody that can do Mera justice and not just do her booty justice, you know?
Right, yeah.
So,
I don't know. Question for another day.
Yeah. I don't have any idea. I just was curious if you guys had an idea. So
Natalie Dormer.
There we go. Yes.
Maybe.
The smirking whore from Highgarden.
Anyways. We'll move on to the next one, which I haven't heard anything about this. Matthew McConaughey might play Roland, as in, like, the gunslinger, as in the Dark Tower series.
No.
Or he might play Matthew McConaughey might play the Man in Black.
I can see that more.
But I didn't know that, like, it was confirmed.
Well, it's not confirmed either way. They're still in talks.
Like the show or / movie or isn't talks?
No, the movie is probably as far as it's come so far. They have funding and they have a director. They have a plan, but they're working on casting. Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying is I didn't know that was happening.
Mm-hmm. So the Wrap actually reported that Matthew McConaughey is looking to play Roland But there's there's conflicting news that he's going to play the Man in Black, the villain for the Gunslinger. And
I can see that. Can you imagine just Matthew McConaughey?
Actually, I can kind of see like Matthew McConaughey has that profile for his face, like facial profile for Roland. I see that.
Just the rest of it is wrong.
Yeah.
Just everything else is wrong.
Now, have you guys seen Prophecy back in like early 90s with Christopher Walken? Where he is a fallen angel? Very dark, very brutal. Talking about like wars in heaven between angels and shit. Anyways, one of Viggo Mortensen's first roles was that movie where he played he showed up at the very end as the devil, and he was fantastic. And because of that role, because of how he was in that role, I always go for dark, evil like characters like Man in Black. I think Viggo Mortensen because of that role.
I like Viggo. I like the idea of Viggo Mortensen as Roland, and then Matthew McConaughey as the Man in Black. I think that could work really well.
I could see that too. Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, Roland's not a big beefy guy. He's actually very. I mean, he's sturdy. He's very lean and hawk-like.
Right.
And Viggo Mortensen could play that very well.
Yeah.
I can see that.
There was some talks earlier about Matthew McConaughey playing the villain in The Stand, who in the Stephen King universe is technically the same guy as the Dark Tower villain. I think it would be interesting if they had him play the Man in Black across the I don't know, Stephen King verse.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Because he pops up in so much, shit. Like, they could have him in The Stand, they could have him in fucking the Dark Tower, if they ever did The Dragons Have Eyes, which they never will. But I don't know, I think it could work. It's more Gunslinger news. Once again, I'll believe it when I see it, because they've been talking about making a movie for the Gunslinger forever. And I'll believe it when I'm actually in the movie theater watching the goddamn movie.
Trailers aren't going to convince you?
Nope.
Okay, that's good to know. When you're all excited for it, I'll be like, it's all a lie. You said so.
Apparently, currently, it's they have a date set for January 13th, 2017.
That's so far.
That's kind of cool, though.
I think it would make just a way better TV show, though.
Well, what they're going to do is they're going to do a TV series along with the film franchise.
Okay, kind of filling gaps and everything. And
exactly.
Do
which
the
is
slower
needed.
Parts. That's nice.
Yeah, it's definitely needed for something like the Dark Tower, where there's so many characters and different worlds and stuff that you can go to. You don't even need to have Roland in the TV series at all. You could focus on side characters and stuff.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
It's definitely needed if you're determined to make the Dark Towers a movie. You have to have a show go alongside of it.
Right.
Yeah. Otherwise, I don't know if they could really do 7 or 8 movies like the Harry Potter franchise.
Probably not.
I don't know if it would fly. I'm thinking maybe 4.
3 or 4.
Yeah, and then along with the TV series. But yeah, I agree. I think it would. I think if they just did a TV series, it would work perfectly. I'd be so happy with that.
Just something, anything, God.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
All right. Well, it looks like that wraps it up. Amanda, you want to take care of the end quote here?
Yes, sir. So our quote today comes from the wonderful, amazing Kevin Smith. In the face of such hopelessness as our eventual unavoidable death, there is little sense in at least not trying to accomplish all of your wildest dreams in life. Kevin Smith.
Very nice. This has been the Bizzarp Podcast, a production of the Bizzarp Network. You can find this podcast and others at www.bizzarp.com. You can also find all of our podcasts at soundcloud.com/BizzarpNetwork. Until next time, it's dangerous to go alone, so take this.